Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the webinar by Woosong University. Thank you so much for coming today and watch us live how to make this two beautiful dishes by Chef James Howe and Executive Sous Chef Chun. To those of you who are online from outside of Korea, welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time. Remember, throughout the time, you can ask questions whenever you like. Just put it down in the chat box or the Q&A section. We'll read it out for you and answer. Now, thank you so much again for coming. Today is very special because Woosong University in South Korea, as you know, is dubbed as #1 when it comes to culinary art programs. So far, we're blessed with 3,000 students studying culinary art and representing so many different nationalities. So if you're one of those students who are interested or passionate about cooking, this is the right program for you. However, today we're going to learn from our beautiful, talented, passionate Chef James of Woosong University and supported by Executive Sous Chef Chun. Now, let's talk a little bit about them. Hello, say hello.
Hello.
So, can you tell us a little bit what you're going to make, Chef James?
Okay, well, today we have two dishes for you. We're going to start out with a salad. So the salad is inspired by what is available right now. It's the winter season. So, of course, this is a winter salad. So we're going to make that. I'm going to let Chun, Executive Sous Chef Chun, explain a little bit more about that in a minute. So the second dish what we're going to be making today is a Pan-Seared Sea Bass with a Miso Esphuma. So that'll be a little quite interesting. It's a little fusion. It has a little Japanese kind of French influence. So
Right.
I hope you enjoy.
I hope you enjoy. So that sounds really interesting. And as Chef James said, it is a fusion food, winter salad and Pan-Seared Sea Bass.
Yes.
In Miso Esphuma. I'm tripping over the the pronunciation. That's how fancy it is, and that's how you get to learn it. Now, let's learn a little bit about Chef James and why he's here. Chef James has been associated with Woosong University for about 2 decades, right?
Yes, 2 decades, and time goes very quickly.
Time goes. That's what happened if you're having fun at the program, right, Chef?
Exactly.
And if you're interested in studying at Woosong University as a culinary arts student, you'll be studying under Chef James and his colleagues, and you get to meet Sous Chef Chun as well. And Chun here is from Sika program,
Yes.
and you've been here for 5 years,
Yes,
right?
5.
Okay, so Chun here was a graduate from the culinary art program and currently doing master's degree and doing full-time internship
Yes.
at Woosong University, the culinary art program. You're deserved to do the same thing too if cooking is your passion. Now, Chef James himself, 2 decades at Woosong University, helped setting up the culinary art programs. Also, one of the things that you don't know about Chef James is you were the head chef and the director at the Olympics, South Korea?
Yeah, the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics for Team USA.
For Team USA, how awesome is that? And you also brought students, am I correct?
Yes, I did. We brought approximately 12, also professors too, 12 total, which they did their internship for a month and 1 week.
That's how interesting it is, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, we're going to let Chef James and Sous Chef Chun to do their magic.
So right off, I would like Chef Chun was going to explain the first course, which is the winter salad, and we're going to go ahead and make this slowly so that you can understand a bit.
So what we have in here is a very seasonal fruit and vegetables. So to make a very nice salad. So we have some cherry tomato, we have some good cheese, we also have some mozzarella, Parmesan cheese, candy bacon, a scallop grease, a dry persimmon, a pickle radish, and a fresh persimmon, and a frozen persimmon, and also Parma ham, prosciutto, and also 21-year balsamic. Also, we've come with the very nice endive and some Himalayan salt, and a fresh freezer and wild arugula. Also, we come with 3 sauce. It's made by ourselves. It's a blue agave vinaigrette, a lemon vinaigrette, and a garlic oil.
Yes.
So now I will start to assemble the salad. I will start from the cherry tomato.
This is a composed salad.
Yeah, this is a compost salad. So I will mix it with some blue agave vinaigrette. So we start plating now. The next will be the good cheese. And we start with the mozzarella. Then it's a Parmesan cheese.
You want a little higher. So the Parmesan cheese, you kind of want to set it in between the tomato and also the mozzarella so that it has a little standing position.
And also we put our handy bacon.
It's pecan.
And we have our dry persimmon. And we have our seedless grape.
So these grapes here, they're seedless grapes, but they come in with the peel on. So all of our students have to peel each and every grape to be served. So it's a little bit of mise en place, a lot of preparation work involved. So you learn some very good skills.
So the next is a pickle radish. This radish is being pickled with some white balsamic, sugars, salt, pepper. I need some. So for the fresh persimmon, actually we will marinate with the lemon vinaigrette and a little bit of salt and peppers. We will fold it very nicely.
So again, you want a little height. That's why we fold it.
And next, I will go with endive that is I already cut. Yes.
And then we're going to add our prosciutto. So remember, if you have any questions, write them down or keep a note. Then you can ask in the demo.
So actually, we're giving a little bit twist on the Parma ham, the prosciutto. So it has some height on the plate. So it shows very beautiful. So now we are going to assemble our salad. It's a fresh frisee and a wild arugula that I picked it this morning.
And yes, we do have a garden here at Woosong University, where actually in the spring and summer, we do grow our own herbs and spices and also leafy greens. So we do actually pick fresh produce for our class and sometimes in the restaurant.
Yes, of course. And sometimes
I get bitten.
actually we grow our watermelon before. our peppers before. That's very nice. So what we're looking for actually is a very natural platings. So it looks very nice. Okay. So we have 3 ingredients left. We start to finish. So we start with frozen persimmon that we peeled it.
How do you say that in Korean?
Hongshi.
Hongshi. So it's actually frozen, but you can eat it kind of as a sorbet. It's very soft. It has a very soft texture. So we have a lot of texture here as well in the salad, which gives you a little excitement while you're eating. So it's not just the same texture.
And this is a 21-year balsamic.
Very nice balsamic, 21 years.
The balsamic we only put on top of the candy bacon. And we finish with the Himalayan salt. We have our very nice garlic oil. Blue agave.
So this salad will make anybody happy. You know, it will serve as everyone. It's just very beautiful, very colorful, a lot of different textures, all seasonal. Hold it on. I'm gonna hold it on the cutting board. The contrast, very beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we'll try to give you a better angle. Okay, anybody have any questions at the moment? Any questions? Before we go on to the next dish. Nothing. Okay, the next dish that we're going to be doing, as we mentioned before, is a Pan-Seared Sea Bass with Miso Esphuma. So the side dishes include asparagus, home puree, also pan fried or pan seared yellow enoki or golden enoki. We're going to go ahead and start this as well. So here we have the orange enoki, and we have our sea bass. So we're going to go ahead and season this. We're going to season the enoki as well. So we have also prepared. Hot chicken stock with a little bit of butter, salt, and pepper from season. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop that so we can get warm. Season our bass. Of course, white fish, we're going to put white pepper. You're going to season both sides. Very important. So when we sear, you're also looking for a very hot pan. So once we add the fish, you're going to reduce the heat. You want to actually use a hot pan so the fish will get a nice color and the fish flesh will not stick. We're going to go ahead and add our bass. The pan is hot. We're here. Make sure that when you add in the pan, you want to hear that nice sizzle. And always when there's oil in a pan, you want to add the fish facing the opposite side so you don't get burned. Hold it down a few seconds. And at this time, we're going to actually add our golden gnocchi with the same pan. Our golden gnocchi that's already been seasoned. Turn down the batch. Now what we're doing here is we're checking for the color. So you want a really nice kind of golden brown. That's the color you were looking for. It's not quite there yet. We're going to give it an extra 30 seconds or so. Okay, beautiful. That's the perfect color we're looking for. One flip it on the opposite side. So this is kind of what you're looking for here. You're looking for that kind of color here. It smells amazing, yeah. You can smell the butter, you can smell the oil. We're going to put this in the oven. Now it's going to be in the oven approximately 6 minutes. Well, at that time, we're going to baste it with a little bit of butter and fresh rosemary, just to give it a little bit of an aromatic effect. And most important and very essential in the kitchen is to always clean up yourself. Very important to work in a very clean kitchen. In a sanitized kitchen. Go ahead and sanitize. So while this is in the oven, we're going to talk a little bit about the esphuma. So the esphuma is made by tempering egg yolks with a little sesame oil, also some butter, some clarified butter, as well as with miso. And tempered and emulsified in a blender, which is then stuck inside of a siphon with gas. Pressure. This is a siphon. I'm sure most of you know it as a whipped cream machine. Well, so we give it a nice shake. So we keep this at 65. What 62 degrees. Okay, this has to be, of course, above the danger zone because it does contain egg. We want to keep that out of the danger zone. Okay, so we're going to start to sort of assemble a little bit at this moment. So we're going to go ahead and grab the mashed potato or the home puree. It's warm, beautiful. It's already in a nice, beautiful. Say this a pastry bag?
Yes, pastry bag. Import.
No. And we're going to go ahead and. So this is sort of what you're looking for. So that's beautiful. So this is our palm puree. Now we're trying to bring back that little swirl back, yeah. And what we're going to do now is we're going to add our asparagus. So we're going to take the asparagus out of the hot seasoned stock, dry it off a bit on a towel. And then we're going to place it right next to the palm puree. minutes we have. 2 minutes. And we're going to go ahead and get our nice, beautiful Esphuma. So while this is going, we're going to go ahead and put a lid on this. We still have about another minute and a half. We don't want the food to get cold. Place a lid. And I'm going to so yes, this is the Esphuma. It's very nice. It always makes me excited to actually do that. So the garnish for the sea bass will be smoked salmon roe, or not smoked salmon roe, just salmon roe. I'm sorry. This is enoki mushroom. So these are the white enoki, parsley, and also just a little bit of cayenne, just to give it a little bit of heat because of the richness of the sauce of the Esphuma, and a little bit of garlic oil. So that's kind of my trademark here in SolPine. I love garlic oil and I love lemon vinaigrette. Is that right?
Almost every dish.
Yes. When we say hot in the kitchen, what we do is we take it out of the oven. We're going to add our rosemary. We're going to take out our mushroom. And we're going to go ahead and add our butter. What we're going to do here is we're going to baste it. Yeah, that's hot. We're going to baste it. Sorry, I got burned on air, but that shows you that we are live. Okay, here we go for the presentation. We have our orange enoki. We have our sea bass. So you want to be able to see, all the components. Again, now we have our Esphuma. Yeah, sounds just a little bit. We have our enoki. We have our salmon roe. So what I do with the salmon roe, I like to add a little bit of just oil. It gives it a nice shine to it. Just gives it a better kind of a flavor to it. I'm going to place that right on top. And get everything. Our fresh chive. And our cayenne pepper. All right. So voila. So we are finished now with our Pan-Seared Sea Bass with Miso Esphuma. So I would like actually, if you guys can maybe take a closer look. Maybe I don't know if this is possible. At these two dishes that we have made today. So there's one thing I'd actually like to mention is the cooking part is not the difficult part. The most difficult part is the mise en place and the preparation from start to finish. Not only, but the sanitation and all the steps that are involved of getting your station ready.
Yeah, we are very focused in our cleaning. Normally, we clean our kitchen like 4 times a day, from before service, after service, and before the dinner service, and also after the dinner service.
So you learn real life skills here, things that you'll use to sharpen you for the future. To give you a
Actually, I also want to share some experience learning in Sika department. Actually, they're giving a very good block system to the student. They start from the very basic to the very high level skill. They not only like the cooking skill, is also teaching you about the equipment, the how to protect your equipment, all these things.
So basic skills 1, basic skills 2, basic skills 3, or you learn your soup stocks and sauces.
Yes.
Basic cutting methods, charcuterie or butchery. You will learn also SolPine skills, restaurant practice, European fine dining. So there are many classes. This is called the block system. So you learn and you build your way up to a professional level.
Right. Thank you so much, Chef James and Sous Chef Chun. Please,
My pleasure.
please scoot over.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yes.
Okay, so where are the dishes? Can I bring them here? This is the highlight of the day. I hope you guys all enjoyed the process, and that actually took under 1 hour. Right? That's
Sure.
how practical it is.
It's very practical, but we also have some dishes that are more time consuming,
Right.
more elevated.
Right. So do you think this is easy to replicate at home? Let's say if any of our viewers would like to try it out.
I think it's possible. Yeah.
Right, right.
Maybe not the Esphuma unless you do have a charger at home or what do you call it, the siphon at home. Unless you have that at home, it's pretty difficult.
Mhm.
But I would do something more of a beurre blanc, a butter sauce, or maybe hollandaise.
Yeah, hollandaise or white sauce is good also.
Right. I think because the two of you make it so easy, it looks like it's easy to make, but actually it's quite challenging now that I come to it. So we have a couple of questions. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Chun has a good professor.
Well, we'll get into that too. We'd like to hear your experience as a student here at Woosong University and also working under Chef James. I'm not going to tell him what you think of him, but just kidding. So, shall we answer some questions first?
Yes, no problem.
Okay, we have a couple people here asking questions. First one, obviously from someone maybe who is passionate about cooking or know a little bit or just enjoy cooking. You don't use pink pepper bell. I don't know what that means. Or pink pepper bell or bell pepper. I don't know which one.
I think he's talking about, this must be, I know, probably Gregory.
Yeah,
it's Gregory. It's actually a pink peppercorn.
Ah, peppercorn. Is there a difference? Is there a difference? So tell us.
It's actually berry.
Okay.
I mean, white pepper, black pepper, all come from the same plant.
Right.
Yeah, I do use sometimes the pink peppercorn, but for these dishes, unfortunately, no. Maybe a lamb dish or a braised dish, maybe on some foie gras.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So does he mean for the sea bass or for the salad?
I'm not sure.
That's That's completely okay.
Pink peppercorn is actually it's quite a versatile. It's light spicy.
Okay,
You know?
like any other.
It's not as firm
peppercorn?
as like a white peppercorn.
Okay. Is it more common in Asian dishes or it's just very?
I don't really use it too much in my cuisine, but I do use it from time to time.
Okay, sure. Well, Gregory, you have your answer right there. And second question is, Muslim student, is there any exception on the ingredients? That's a very good question. So before I let Chef James and Chef Chun answer that question, I would like to let you guys know that we do not discriminate anyone, whether you're Muslim, you're non-Muslim, from any kinds of nationalities. You can come in at Culinary Arts program and study with us. So for the ingredients of these dishes, is there anything that Muslims should be aware of? I think just for a reminder, they don't eat pork or anything that is prepared with pork.
Wine. Usually we do have some Muslim, our Muslim students. We do have Muslim professors here. They can request food cooked without wine, or we do have some meats and some poultry that are actually halal. So we do try our best to accompany everyone and every type of guest and every student and everyone from all different backgrounds.
There you have it. So basically being a chef is also answering what their customers want,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
And if the customers come from a special backgrounds or have special requests,
we serve
it needs to be a bit accommodated.
We're here to accommodate and to serve our customers in general.
Right. So you have your answer right there. I hope that does not make you worried at all to come as a culinary arts student. Next question. Hello, chefs. It looks delicious. Is it possible to finish the cuisine of the fish only in pan if I don't have an oven?
Yes, it is possible. What I suggest, if you do this, you can actually use, there's two ways. You cook it, you start out with a higher heat, you cook it on the lower heat. It will take a little bit longer. And the way to find out is it's like a thermometer. If you look at a piece of fish, when the protein starts to cook, it will slightly change color. So when it slightly changes color to half of the width of the sea bass or the fish that you're cooking, it's time to flip it over. And you just slowly cook it until it just reaches the center. You let it rest for 5 minutes, it should be done. So either way, I mean, if you're going to cook fish on a stovetop without an oven, of course it's possible. We use the oven because we're very busy in the kitchen and we want to get the food out within 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
So that's the reason why we use the oven. If we're a little bit slower, we don't have the customer base, and we usually cook the fish on the stovetop.
So you have your answer. It's definitely replicable at home or anywhere if you don't have an oven. So you have a tip right here. So before we move on with question and answer session, let's talk about the executive sous chef here.
Yes.
What was the first time or when exactly you had the epiphany that you wanted to study culinary art?
Actually, from very young.
How young was that? 4 or 5 years old?
I think 7 years old.
Seven. What was the moment that you made me feel like, I wanted to be a chef or I wanted to be in a
Actually, it's
culinary
my
art?
auntie. She cooked very well.
Right.
Actually, I learned from her from very young. But I didn't choose for my first academy. I didn't choose culinary. Actually, I chose my mechanical.
I see.
Then
So you're an engineer first before you're a chef. I'm just kidding. So go ahead.
Yeah, that's true. Then actually, I just find out when I work, I feel I like cooking more. So I just have a chance to come to Woosong University to study as a culinary student.
Right.
And also very good. I have a very good chance to working with Chef James.
It's an honor, Chef. So that was Chun's story. But Chun, you had the interest since you were very young, right? And then because you saw your auntie being busy in the kitchen, you got inspired. But how about those who really didn't find out that they really like cooking until they're closer to university time? Does that mean you have to have a certain type of skills before you started your study at culinary art programs at Woosong?
No, you can start from zero.
Oh,
because
okay.
Our professor is very good. They really start from the basics. have a class
Right.
in a cafe.
Right.
We have a cafe in our university. Yeah, Starico. That is first time I feel hard, but it was getting better.
Right.
Yeah.
What was your favorite one? What was your favorite moment being a CCA student or being a culinary arts student? I know there are many.
Yeah.
What's the first one pop into your mind if you can remember?
It's my first class.
Your first class.
Yes, my first.
Tell us what was the class and what did you do?
Because it's a very new things to me.
Mhm.
Because in Malaysia we have because I'm a Chinese, so my aunt is cooking in the Chinese style.
Right.
But now when I come to Sika, I'm learning a Western style.
Oh, okay.
So it's very excited for me, and it's really enjoying to learn it.
Right. Right. So, what is your favorite dish to make?
In SolPine,
And anywhere so far,
I like seafood.
you like seafood
Yeah.
because it's easy to prepare. It's tasty. so
I
many
like to
different-
eat that.
That makes the two of us. So, okay. So while we're waiting for more questions to come in, should we try? Can I try?
Yeah,
Yeah,
please,
of course.
please.
Okay.
Let me grab a.
Sure. But this is such a work of art. So if you guys don't know, this is so pretty to make, so colorful. And I've been told that good salad is a colorful one, right?
Yes.
So it has so many ingredients. Now walk me through on how to enjoy it best. Well, Chef James is trying to get me a fork. Oh, for the sea bass. For the salad, do I use a fork? Okay. Oh, you gotta try to bake me. So where do I start? Just mix it, or how
Just try
do
to mix it together. Try a little the prosciutto. Mix it with some of the
Okay.
persimmon.
Okay.
Trying to get a little each and every element. Get some cheese in there.
This is exciting.
Be careful.
Oh, why?
It's very delicious.
Okay. So I'm gonna be super careful about it. I'm going to start with a little bit of the cheese and the nuts and some of the greens too. I love salads. Oh my god. I taste like 7 different flavors here.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a lot of state flavor in it.
Try some of the tomato as well with the. You have 2 types of cheese. So you have the goat cheese. Actually, 3 types.
3 types.
You have goat
3
cheese,
types of cheese.
Parmesan, and you have the fresh buffalo mozzarella.
Right. So the sauce, I've never tasted this before. Is it a mix of
Blue agave.
what is that, chef?
Blue agave actually, it looks like an aloe. So this is actually blue agave is what they use to make tequila.
Oh,
Yeah.
you making sauce. I'm gonna get drunk soon.
Oh no. And we have some tarragon. It
Okay.
is Friday, by the way.
So
Yeah.
working hours. So this is really delicious. And if you guys are into healthy food, this is the type of salad that you want to aim. This is very light, and I could taste at least 7 different flavors. There's sour. There's a little bit of sweetness too, and yeah,
Savory, salty.
is that the aim?
Yes, it is. That
And
is it.
can
That is
you
it.
can you tell me a little bit of influence of this? I know I tried winter salad before. This is definitely the most special one I've tried. Is there anything you do differently?
Well, we try to get whatever is in season before
Mhm.
the winter. We had a fall salad, but we used a lot of fig, so fresh figs.
Right.
But unfortunately, we cannot get fig anymore.
Why is
So
that?
they're out of season.
Oh, they're out of season.
So yeah, it was a very short time. So then we switched over to persimmon.
Okay.
So we used 3 types of persimmon. We did the fresh persimmon, very thinly sliced, close to frozen. How do you say that? Hongshi.
In what language?
Korean.
Korean. And then we have the kokam, which is the dried persimmon. So you get a little both textures as well. You get 2
Right.
different types of texture. So
So do we have winter salad at SolPine Restaurant right? This time?
Yes.
this is on the menu.
Great. So if you're here that and you want to try the same delicacy, winter salad, please come to South Korea and visit SolPine Restaurant, which is located at Woosong University. So fly tomorrow, meet Chef James, and try the winter salad yourself. Now,
Right? Let me
Oh.
do this for you.
okay,
So you need to remember I told you be careful.
okay.
Please.
Are you gonna feed me too?
Why not?
Okay.
How was it?
So good. I'm gonna cry. I like the saltiness. Where does this come from?
Is it salty or is it too salty?
No, 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 no.
Now
It's
you got
not.
me
I
going.
didn't say too salty. Now he got it. Chef, it's okay.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
I didn't say too salty. It's just, I love it because I like things on the salty side. I really like the sauce.
I actually give you a lot of roll.
Okay.
So that's probably where you get a little more salty.
So this is what happens if you work with a chef. A little bit of compliment, he will take
Yeah.
it seriously. It's a compliment, chef.
Thank you.
This is really delicious. So can I try the vegetable too?
Try the mushroom.
Right.
Set it up. Not the mushroom. This one gives a little bitterness. So this will give a little bitterness with the sweetness of the sauce.
Okay.
Savory.
Mm,
How was that?
this is really good. I can't hardly taste the bitterness, or probably because we're Southeast Asians.
Mhm.
For us, this is really not savory. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for, but this is really good. Yeah, that warning works. It's an understatement. You should warn me better.
Yeah, we aim to please. Yeah,
This is really good. And to understand the fact that this beauty, you can even make it without an oven with a little bit of patience. It shows that you can actually make it as long as you have the right ingredients.
But not only that,
Right.
every method and every procedure and all the things that you learn during school, during your basic skills 1, 2, 3, your butchery, we use all of your knowledge here in SolPine. So even the basic sauces, basic cutting methods, everything you're going to use here. So that's why it's very important that you go the what do you call it? The
Step by
The
step.
steps by
block
step.
system.
Right, right. So, Chun, tell me a little bit. To be able to produce this kind of dishes, in what level should you be at Sika or at the program?
I think you can start from the basic,
Mhm.
but you just need to more practice.
Okay. So, from a student point of view,
Yes.
because you were a student and you're still a student right now. What's the complexity we're looking at here? What is the hardest part, in your opinion?
I think it's the fish. Because you need to cancel the fish without dropping the skin or broken the screen.
Ah, okay.
So need some skill, of course. Technique.
I see. I see. And you burn yourself.
Yeah.
Proof of work.
Yeah, I had the wrong towel.
You had the wrong.
It's not the first or last time that I will burn myself,
Mhm.
but next time I need better reason. I used a very thin towel, but you know what they say, huh? Anyway, you burn, you get learn. You learn.
So in order to learn and to become a better chef, you just need to burn yourself
times?
multiple times. So many times until you reach the point where, you understand what the mistakes are and you won't repeat it again. Am I correct, chef?
even professionals, we make mistakes and burn ourselves or cut ourselves from time to time.
Right, right.
We're human.
So just to remind you that Woosong University's intakes are 2 in a year. Spring semester starts in March, fall semester starts in September. And we're both open to international students who are passionate about cooking to come to the culinary art programs. Our admissions time is December and June each year. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Even your questions about the recipes or about Chun's experience as a student or Chef James and his experience, please tell us. We'd be happy to answer all kinds of questions. Do you have more questions so far? I think so far so good, right?
We'd love to see you here in the future.
Yes, yes. So you've been working with quite a number of international students, international friends around
Yes.
here?
Yes, I have few friends from Indonesians also.
Oh, from Indonesia too,
Yeah.
just like me. Okay. And then also Korean friends and
Yeah,
other
definitely.
nationalities. How about your professors? Where are they from?
Most of them is from
Obvious.
American, Korea. Also, we have some professor from Japanese,
Right, from Japan as well. Okay.
France.
France?
Yeah, definitely.
Austria.
Australia also. Yeah.
Australia or Austria?
Austria.
Or both?
Austria.
Okay. And Italy as well, right?
Before.
Yes.
Before. So that's a sign that if you come to the culinary art programs, not only the classes are 100% in English, your chefs, your professors, your classmates come from multiple different nationalities, bringing their interests and passions just for you. So,
Yeah,
yes.
we're here to teach you the best.
Right.
To all of our ability to make you number one.
Thank you so much for joining us for the webinar. Feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Hopefully, we'll see you in another webinar and won't be the last time you see Chun and Chef James. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good day. Have a good weekend and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.
See you.